masters of speed. This is Formula One.
Hello guys, how are you? My name's Nathan and I drive cars badly. Welcome! So, the first of the F2 setups. We're with Leonardo fornaroli in the Invicta car. We're at Australia. The setup is all ready to go. I'm going to show you 3 quick fire laps. How the car handles, how the car behaves, how the new update is working, which I currently believe it works very well. But I've only tried F2 at Australia. I've not tried anywhere else. We'll get into that a bit later on. But yeah, 3 laps. And then the setup will be after that. Should we get into it? Let's go. So, starting off, you want to put the revs just about where the P is. 5 lights. And we're away. We are away. We don't need no craziness just yet. But the AI do brake a lot later now. But with brake management, make sure you leave the space for Crawford on the outside. Yeah, so far so good. No dramas. We'll take a little off track. That was me, I was carrying too much speed in. But that's okay. It's Australia, you know. It is where it is. The AI are quite fast. This is on 105 AI. They are really fast. However, they're extremely slow in the chicane. You can see I've just gone purple, and you can see how much I've just caught up. That was a bit rough. But if you guys have watched me for a while, you'll know exactly that was fair prison rules. But yeah, so far so good. Car is planted, which is what you want. Like I said, this setup will be straight after these 3 laps. You can absolutely throw this car around and it just sticks for days. To me, apart from the speed and the slight difference in how you have to drive these F2 cars because of the lower power and obviously the lack of battery.
You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible.
The lack of battery power, the lack of speed, they drive no differently to how the F1 cars drive, in my honest opinion. Setups are very, very similar. Let's see if I can out-drag Cordeal. Gone purple. Kushmaini is feeling the pressure.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Oh, gone deep. So we just set the fastest lap with fornaroli, 27.9. It's not about setting fastest laps. Like I said, it's about showing you guys how the setup works, how the setup behaves. And yeah, the setup is absolutely planted. Obviously, this setup is just a guide. We all drive differently. And if you guys want to let me know how the setup could be improved, happy days. Please do so in the comments below. As always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really, really helps me out. We will be doing all the setups. have to be careful of the AI through that section. They're really slow through the chicane. But the fact that they brake later now is going to be good for on-track battles. They do slow down a little bit on exit, so you need to be mindful of that, as I can imagine a lot of front wings are going to be lost. But we'll get into that later on today. But yeah, this has been 3 laps. Hope it helps, and setup's next. Right then, so this is a race setup. And remember, setups are only a guide. Obviously, there's going to be different ways how I drive to how you guys drive. So, like I said, at the end of the 3 laps, if you want to let me know in the comments below on how to improve these setups and make these setups better, it will only benefit you guys. But let me know what you think of this setup, and let's have a look at it. So the front wing 25, rear wing 23. It works really well. Yeah, if you find that you are struggling a little bit with the rear end going through corners, just increase the wings up by 1 or 2 depending on how you feel. This works well for me. I could have probably gone lower, probably done like a 23-20. Obviously you would have been a lot quicker in a straight line, but then the more downforce you take off, the less you the speed that you can carry through corners. So always bear that in mind. On the transmission, so differential adjustment on throttle, so 30%. Differential adjustment off throttle is 60%. You can take it to 70%, but I find 30-60 works well for me. You could even run 40-80. It again is preference. I find that this works best for me. On to the suspension geometry. Standard F1 setups. Right, left. No dramas here. I mean, they might as well take it out, because if it's left, it's kind of pointless having it in, isn't it? I think it's been left since 2020. On to the suspension then. Here is where you get into the meat and bones of the setup, because if you get this part right, you can forget about everything else, because nothing else needs to worry. Not really. Front suspension 41, rear suspension 20. You could run 41-21 if you wanted to, but yeah, for the sake of this setup, remember it is a base setup. Improve it up and down however way you want to go. So going with 20, going 14 on the front roll bar, 21 on the rear roll bar. That's the maximum. You need maximum stiffness out of the rear of the car to keep the car planted and obviously aid with traction. Yeah, I run no assists, so I'm running 105 AI, no assist, no ABS, no traction control, no nothing. So I like to have the rear of the car as planted as I possibly can, and then obviously go from there. So the front ride height is 18. I wouldn't recommend going any lower than 18. Remember the curbs, and I've gone with a rear ride height of 43. You can run maybe 42. I wouldn't go any lower than 41. Simply because you hit the curbs and bottom out. The curb in the chicane, if you run a lower ride height on the rear of the car, it can hit that curb and then spin you off into the gravel, and nobody wants that. Onto the brakes, 58% on the front brake bias. I did go as low as 56, but I found that I was locking the left front a lot, and obviously the more you lock a tyre, the more tyre wear it incurs. So I just pushed the brake bias back to 58. If you want, you can run 60, but again, this only applies to ABS off users. ABS on users, this part isn't for you. And then obviously brake pressure is at 100%. And then tyres, I've gone with 22.5 on the front right, 23.5 on the front left. Rear right tyre is 20.5, and I've gone with rear left tyre pressures of 22.5. Welcome back to the F2 2025 car setups. I really hope it helps. Do all that good stuff. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, guys.